Okay, I have my sample keynote here that I'm going to show you some of the fancy things that we can do to our presentation to make it a little more interesting. So if you look up here at the top, we have table, chart, text, shape. I'm going to focus in on the shape here. You can click on the others and you can see what kinds of things and do a little experimentation, and some of you guys have because I've seen that on your presentation. But I'm going to just choose a shape here. And if you look here, there's some basic shapes that you can pick from. And then if you notice here on the side, there's a number of different choices. I'm just going to pick people here, and I'm going to select a person. So I put that in my presentation. And what you can do is you can, resize it however you want. You can click and you can change how big you want it, how small you want it, those kinds of things. And if you notice when you're clicking on this shape here, a new menu over here shows up. It says format and style. I can change the color of the person if I want to, and I can experiment with some of these options over here. I can add a shadow, and I've given my person a little bit of depth. So this is a menu that you can use to help add some pictures to your presentation. You can also go up here to animate. And this is the thing that I really want you to spend some time doing. You can take pictures that you've added from up here at Shape, but you can also take your pictures that you have put on from Google and add some effects to those. So it says build in here first. I'm going to add an effect, and I am going to pick fly in as the first one. I get to pick the speed of how fast or slow something goes. I can determine the direction um, that the person flies in. I can determine if I want it to be all at once, or I can choose by paragraph, things of that nature. So I can do those things based on the choice that I picked. And if you want to see what your effect looks like, all you have to do is go up to play, and then you hit return. And you can see what effect you have done. What I want to do is then show you what action does, so I can build onto this, or I can go on to a different part of my presentation. I'm going to add an effect, and I want my person to bounce. And so now my person is bouncing. I can determine how long it is, and I can even increase the number of bounces that I want. I can even add an action and add that my person do something else and rotate. Okay, so if again you want to see what it looks like, you can hit play. The last thing that you would like to do is you can do a build out effect. You can add an effect here in which I want my person to, I'm going to say they are going to turn into confetti. And so if you want to see what your presentation is going to look like, you're going to hit play. Every time you hit the enter key, you're going to see the effects of what you did, and then you can see if you like what it is. You can always go in and change it to whatever you want it to do. If I want my person to fly out, you can change it, and you can experiment with these options. So that is a great way that we can make our presentation entertaining to watch.